Pokemon series main games tier list. And as you can see, we got all these wonderful tiers: S, A, B, C, D, and F. But then you're probably wondering, Parker, why are you doing this tier list when you hate Pokemon? I don't hate Pokemon. I think that I just hate Pokemon because it just hasn't improved at all, like at all. Like if you took I don't know, like if you practice something for 30 years, say you practice say you practice drawing, right? And you don't improve at all in those 30 years of drawing, can you call yourself a good drawer? No, you can't because you didn't improve at all. And that's why Pokemon isn't good, because they haven't improved over 30 years. They keep trying, they keep trying, they keep trying, and they keep failing. This Pokemon took one step up in the 30 years. And that's obviously Pokemon Black and White, spoilers. And I just went back down. So today, I'm going to give you guys the definitive opinion. That's my definitive opinion. It doesn't have to be your definitive opinion, but it's my definitive opinion on where all the Pokemon games and where they stand. And because no Pokemon game is a 9 out of 10, let alone 10 out of 10, we're going to delete the top two tiers. So we're going to go this, bam, this, bam. And so let's get right into it. Okay, so this isn't ordered by generation, which kind of sucks. So I'm going to try to find them all. Right, I'm telling you guys right now, all the games that focus on Hoenn are an S tier. Hoenn is the worst one, easily. Let me tell you why Hoenn's the worst one, why I put all these to this tier. Hoenn is garbage, okay? It has the worst story, it has the worst characters, and the region sucks as well. The champion Stevens, he's okay, but he's only the 5th best champion. Where's goddamn fucking where's Alpha Sapphire? There it is. Bam! All the Gen 3 games are down here. Emerald is slightly better than all of them, but it's not enough. And before we move on, I'm gonna tell you guys why right now why all Pokemon games aren't very good. So if you ever played a Pokemon game, there are two main plots in every Pokemon game. The first one is you're a 10-year-old kid, and you're traveling the world to try to become the best trainer of all time. And that tired, rehashed plot is so bad, and they keep reusing it in every game, except for Gen 7, where it's slightly different, but it's still the same. It's still the same. We need something different, and because it's not gotten any different, or at least it hasn't been added upon or enhanced at all, it's just bad. It makes every Pokemon game dry. And so the worst of every Pokemon game is then hinged on the B plot of every Pokemon game, which the B plot of every Pokemon game is what the evil team is up to, and depending on how good that plot is, determines how good the Pokemon game is. And because the evil plot in Gen 3 is so garbage, with Team Magma wanting no more water and Team Aqua wanting no more land, it just makes the Hoenn games the worst ones easily. I'm sorry. And there's no characters to really redeem this region either. Wally sucks, May sucks, the Professor sucks, Steven's okay. And the main character is whatever. The main character in every Pokemon game is just bad. Also in F tier, we have Gen 1. Gen 1 sucks, guys. It's slightly better than Gen 3 because the villain is slightly better. We find all Gen 1 games. But yeah, there's no good characters in this game. At all. The plot is slightly better because the thieving Pokemon with the thieving stuff is good. It's not good, but it's something, right? It makes more sense than whatever the hell the guys in Gen 3 were doing. There they are. Boop, 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 boop. I think I got all Gen 1 games. Man, they made a ton of Gen 1 games. What the fuck? This game's not even that good. Can you believe that Kanto's gotten 9 games? 9 games, and it's the second worst region. Kanto sucks. Also, gameplay in Pokemon is very just samey, so I don't really take gameplay into account because the gameplay from each generation to the next doesn't change at all. It gets slightly better in the earlier generations when they add stuff. From Gen 1, Gen 2 when they added when they added 2 more types, and then Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3 when they added the special defense stat, and then Gen 3 to Gen 4 when they added when they gave move 0 typing, and stuff like that helps and make the games better. But gameplay is so like similar between every Pokemon game that the gameplay doesn't really matter when when comparing other Pokemon games to each other. So that's why the story and the characters and it makes so much better. It makes such a difference when comparing Pokemon games. In E, we only have one game here. It's Pokemon X and Y. X and Y is so painfully average comparatively to Pokemon games. Here, oh, these red ones need to go in here. My bad. But Pokemon X and Y is so painfully average. It's just not even worth talking about. Like, okay, thank God, like, the Gen 6 anime existed, like, the X and Y anime existed, or else there would be nothing, like, memorable to come out of X and Y, other than Mega Evolutions in the anime. Um, but yeah, there's no good characters in this game. Serena / the other male rival whose name I don't know is whatever. Lysander is fine. Like, what he's like he's like the so samey, and then all the gym leaders are pretty forgettable. Like, there's no one memorable in this game. Wait, hold on, I messed up. Yeah, I messed up. Hold on. Everything still applies for Gen X and Gen Y, X and Y, but isn't D tier. I forgot a Sword and Shield existed, because this game actually sucks. Sword and Shield, that's Sun. Where's Shield? Shield! Where the fuck is the Shield? Where's Shield? I can't find Shield Doggo, there he is. So anyway, this is weird, I'm going back a second here. So E is actually Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield is slightly better than Gen 1 and Gen 3. And I'm going to tell you why it's slightly better. Sword and Shield actually has some things going for it. It has not terrible characters. Like Marnie and Sonya are fine. It has a good champion, unlike these games. Yeah, I heard that, guys. Blue is not a good champion. Blue fucking sucks. Okay, Blue is bad. Blue is so bad. He's just a dick the whole game, and then after you beat him, he's still a dick. Like they did nothing with Blue. They could have given like a redemption arc, and then he would have been good. Or they could have made like Giovanni like a cynical like crime boss and made him like badass and stuff, but they didn't. But yeah, at least with Gen 6, but at least with Gen 8 they tried, you know? They tried. It failed, but at least they tried, you know? Also, the Gen 8 champion battle is really good. It's like that alone puts it above these games. Okay, moving on. We already covered Gen 6. They're aggressively average. Alright, moving on to C tier. It's pretty much a three-way tie for me. I guess I'll order them. Gen 4 is next. I think Gen 4 is about the fourth best game. But I think Gen 4 is the fourth best gen. Ironically enough. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Gen 4, you know, it has Cynthia, who's amazing. And then it has a decent story with Team Galactic. I just dragging in all these like gods and stuff. It's actually enjoyable to play through, unlike X and Y. Like you couldn't pay me to replay like everything like below in D tier and below, but if I could replay everything in C tier and above and have like a decent time. Next up, we have Gen 2 coming in a respectable third place. Gen 2 is this high for one reason, okay? Team Rocket's redemption story makes some sense, like how they want to like rebuild and stuff. But Gen 2 is here because it has my opinion, so the top 3 games in Pokemon all have one of the best 3 characters in Pokemon, and Gen 2 has Silver going for him. If you guys don't know what Silver is the Gen 2 rival. The Gen 2 rival is actually a character, and he actually works. He's a dick for the whole game, kind of like Blue is, and then you beat him, he gets beaten by Lance, and unlike Blue where he doesn't change, he changes, he realizes he's an asshole, and he's nice, and then he slowly becomes nicer throughout the game, and realizes that being assholes with Pokemon is not the way to go. Like, that's good! Like, they could have done it with Blue, and like, these games would have been like up here somewhere. But no, they didn't. Not also putting Kanto and Johto together just add a lot more content to the game. Johto's just a really fun game to replay. It's pretty good. Now, in my opinion, we have the most underrated generation in number 2 spot, which is Gen 7. I get it, guys. The start to Gen 7 is all slow and stuff, and you have to sit through all these handy like all these like handheld tutorials and stuff. I get it. You guys don't like Gen 7. Well, too bad. Gen 7 actually has a good story. Like Gen 7 has, no joke, the second best plot in the entire series. And it also has the second best character in the series in Lily. Lily is great. It's a good story of self-worth and self-identity and self-venturing, and that story does that very well, very well. Well, in terms of Pokemon, it does, but but the story is good too. With the Acer Foundation trying to get all these Ultra Beasts in and stuff, and then Ultra Sun and Moon are different, but I'm just gonna group them up with Sun and Moon anyway, because I actually want to talk about those. So yeah, Gen 7 is easily the second best one. If you had these three in any order, I wouldn't really argue with you, but these are the order that I think they're in. And then finally, it took people 10 years to wake up to this opinion, but Gen 5 is the best one in the entire franchise, and it's not even close. I said it the other day, Gen 5 is the only good game in the franchise, and it's the only game that I can confidently say is a 7 out of 10 at least. All these other games, like some of these, like Gen 7 and Gen 6, Gen 2 might push like a 6 out of 10, but all these other games aren't even like a 5 out of 10, and they really aren't. Like I can confidently say that these games are good. These games, however, I'm still not sold on them being good. And all these games below them are not good. But Gen 5 Gen 5 is good. This is the one game in the entire franchise where they actually try to be like, Sonic says something. Maybe we could be more than just, a whatever franchise, and actually like give our customers something that's memorable, a good story, good characters. Actually try, and it worked to some extent. N is, in my opinion, the best character in the franchise. I think N's a great character. He's also the best rival, by the way, and is. Your final showdown in Black and White is really good, and he comes back in Black 2 and White 2, which is also really good. And then Team Plasma, in my opinion, has like the most sensible evil plan, where he thinks that he says animal abuse is bad and you guys should stop that, and he tries his best to stop that. But yeah, Gen 5 is easily the best one. I don't really want to hear it. This is one where I think it's unarguable. I think most people do think Gen 5 is the best one. Some people think it's a bit overrated because it says close rolling. I don't think that's the case. If anything, like, all these ones down here are overrated. Gen 3's got the most overrated game in the franchise to me. Like, everybody knows that Gen 1's overrated, but no one knows that Gen 3 is overrated. And that means Gen 3 is the most overrated. Gen 8 is so bad. I made a whole video about this game. It just at least, the best thing with Gen 8 is at least it tries to do something. These games don't even fucking try. Gen 6 is so painfully average, I just don't want to talk about it anymore. And then all these games, they have something worth talking about, worth talking about, and Gen 5 are the only ones you can definitely say are good. That's my opinions on Pokemon games. Okay, the Pokemon starters tier list. We're gonna do every starter. We're gonna rank them from worst to best. And I know the baby form is showing, but the baby form is going to represent the entire evolutionary line. So we're taking into account the baby form, the middle form, and the fully evolved form, and all together we're going to put them against each other. And I'm going to tell you guys what I think about all of them. All right. So first off, in garbage tier, we have the worst starter, in my opinion, of the entire franchise. I can't find it. Where is it? There it is. Grookey. Okay. Grookey, the baby form, is alright. Then its middle stage, I don't even know what the fuck that thing's called. And then fucking Rillaboom, its final form. I hate this Pokemon. Rillaboom makes no sense, guys. So you guys know how these inanimate Pokemon hold inanimate objects. So you got Cubone Bone, you got Alakazam Spoons. Like those don't make sense to begin with, but at least those items are small enough to the point where you can like realistically see them holding on to the spoon. For Rillaboom's drum, though, Rillaboom's drum is one of the most things I hate about the entire Pokemon franchise. I hate Rillaboom's drum. I don't get the drum. I can't. Rillaboom's drum makes no sense, guys. Like when he faints, he drops the drum, but he gets returned. Does the drum come with him? Does he pull a new drum when he gets sent back out? What happens to the drum when he comes out? Why does the drum come out of nowhere and just sits in front of him? Why is the drum half his fucking size? Why is the drum even there? This drum makes no sense, guys. This drum ruins the entire line. Not to say the middle form is any good at all, but Rillaboom's drum destroys this line. Rillaboom's drum is like one of the 10 worst things in the entirety of Pokemon. I'm not joking here. Rillaboom's drum is horrible. Dude, I hate the Rillaboom's drum. It makes no sense. Sorry, Grookey, you were in alright baby form, but your final form just completely destroyed you. God decided that a fucking drum would decimate you. God, I hate Rillaboom's drum. It makes no sense. Okay, moving on. We have the other terrible Gen 8 starter in Sobble. Again, Sobble the baby form is alright, and then I don't even remember its middle stages form because it's terrible. And then its third form is even more terrible somehow. I don't remember its name. It's like Sizzlepede or something. I don't remember, but it's like a sniper. It's like they were trying to make like Greninja again, and then they just stretched him out. Like it looks so bad. They both look terrible, the middle form and the final form for both of these. Though because he isn't holding a fucking like 30-pound drum with him, I'm not gonna demolish Sabble's line saying Grookey's line. Alright, and then we got Tepig. That's not Tepig. That's Tepig. Tepig's line's pretty bad. I would say that Tepig's even, like, the baby is even worse than these two, but because Pignite and Emboar look better than these other guys' middle final forms, it gets a slight edge. So, not to say Emboar and Pignite look good at all. It's just, yeah. Alright, then we got Totodile. Totodile's cute, and like, Crocodile is one of the ugliest Pokemon I've ever seen. Like, why? Why is it caveman all of a sudden? Like, it's got this like caveman singy and it just exposes it's not good. Like, you would expect that Pokemon to hold a bone. And I don't get why people can like it for Alligator. It looks so ugly and gross. I don't understand the appeal for Alligator. It doesn't even look intimidating. I just feel bad for it. It just doesn't look that good. Like, yeah, it gets Dragon Dance up for some people like to use it in competitive, but like I just don't get the aesthetic for Alligator. Moving on, we have the last Gen 8 starter, which is Scorbunny. All of Scorbunny's forms are just below average. Scorbunny himself, I don't like too much. Raboot is probably the best one, but I don't like him too much. And then I can't remember. Why can't I remember these Gen 8 final forms? Probably because they're all terrible. But Cinderace, that's his name. Cinderace doesn't look good either. It leaves like 7 different colors to make Cinderace. I'm like, why? Why did you have to go with like the white and then the yellow and then put the black there? Oh, you added some red and then you got some red in there. Oh, and then I see you got some beige in there. Like why did they put so many colors into this Pokemon? It just doesn't make sense. Okay, and then into the good tier. Ashley's 5, I think it's a pretty big jump into the next one. But we're gonna start off with I think Litten. Yeah, I think Litten's gonna be the next one. But I have a reference here that I was using. So I made this feel like forever ago. So Litten's the next one. Litten, I actually do like cats. I actually do like Litten, but in Terracat, is that his name? Terracat? I think that's the middle form's name. Is so uninspired. It's literally they just attached a bell to Litten and just called it a day. And then Incineroar is so ugly. I like Incineroar slightly more because it's a Smash. So if it wasn't a Smash, I would not like Incineroar at all. So Smash pretty much saves Litten from being like a bad or even like a garbage like evolution. But Incineroar just like, why did they make it bipedal, and why is it this like huge wrestler cat? Like I don't understand what they were going for. But yeah, but thankfully, like, if it wasn't Smash, this starter would be down there for sure. And then we got Torchic. I don't get the love for this line. Like, Torchic is ugly. Is an ugly baby form. Combuskin is even more ugly. And then Blaziken is got one of the most overrated designs in the entire Pokemon. It just looks fine. Like, there's nothing like terrible about it. It's a good design, but like it's not one of the 20 best designs in the entire franchise, but not by a long shot. But yeah, I do like Torchic line slightly more than Litten line. Then I think we have like one of the more underrated lines in the Chespin line. Quillen's ugly, but Chespin is kind of cute, and then Chestnut, that dude's a motherfucker. Dude, Chestnut's cool as fuck. Unfortunately, like if we were doing like a final form only tier list, Chestnut would be like in the top 10, at least top 12. But unfortunately for Chestnut, its baby and middle form hold it back a little bit. And then we got Snivy. Snivy is just good. I like all three of its forms. Servine's my least favorite, but I like Snivy, the baby form, the most. And then after Snivy, we got Chikorita. It's Chikorita and Snivy. Snivy is a hard place for me because I like Chikorita more than Snivy. I like Bailey more than Servine, and then I like Superior more than Meganium. So I just said, so Chikorita's at 2-3 advantage, so I'll just give it the push over Snivy. But yeah, Bailey's cool. If we were doing middle stage form, Bailey should be up here somewhere. And Chikorita's one of the cutest baby forms in my opinion. Alright, now we'll go going up to pretty cool. I like these ones quite a bit. We're gonna start with Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is dangerously close to being in the good tier though, because I just like all of these forms. There's not one where I'm like, oh, I don't like it, but I just like all three of them. So Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion are all cool. I like them all. So I don't like them that much. And then we got Oshawott, dude. So Samurott is, I think Samurot's really underwhelming. Like when you think about what it could have been. But Dewott is a great Pokemon. Dewott is an Ash Pokemon. How did Ash not evolve as Oshawott in the anime, dude? But yeah, Dewott is so cool. Dewott's a top 4 middle evolution for sure, and among starters at least. Dewott is incredible. Oshawott pretty good too. I like him more than Cyndaquil. And then we got Bulbasaur. And then I also put Turtwig here as well. There's not a huge difference to me in terms of Bulbasaur versus Turtwig. It's just they both have the same concept, and I think Turtwig does it slightly better. Where we have a little plant guy go into a slightly bigger plant guy, and then you have bigger plant guy. I think Turtwig, I gave it the advantage because I think Grottle's a bit more innovative than Ivysaur is. But the Ivysaur line, Bulbasaur evolving into Ivysaur still makes sense. And then you guys probably saw this from the beginning. It's the Fennekin tier, and I know a lot of people don't like the Fennekin line, but I'm defending my guy Fennekin. Okay, so Delphox, the final form sucks. I agree with you guys in this one. Delphox is, give you from Delphox. Delphox ruins this line, but Fennekin is, in my opinion, is one of the best baby ones. It's like a top 5 one for sure. And then Braixen is the best middle stage one. Braixen is amazing. I think Braixen is a great design. And they could have had something of Delphox, but they ruined it with color scheme and design. So yeah, that's my Fennekin defense. It's its own tier because I love the middle one, I love the baby form, but I hate the final form. And to me, in order to be in this amazing category, you have to be bringing all 3 of your evolutions. Alright. So anyway, we have the Mud. So that's Froakie. That's not Mudkip. Amazing Mudkip. I was gonna go right here. Mudkip comes in number 9. Mudkip is great. Marshtomp is and Swampert is amazing. But because Marshtomp holds it back, I think the Mudkip line lags slightly behind. And then we have Popplio. Its final form, Primarina is one of my favorite Pokemon. But Popplio is a great baby form. But then Brionne just kind of ruins it. Like, I don't mind Brionne, but it's definitely underwhelming. But but because I like Brionne more than Marshtomp, and honestly I like Popplio more than Mudkip, and I like Primarina more than Swampert. Popplio gets the edge over Mudkip. Rowlet. Rowlet is cute. Dartrix, the middle form, is not that good. But then Decidueye, that guy is cool as hell. Decidueye is cool. Like, I think the final and baby forms for these 2 lines are actually better than the ones ahead of it, and Charmander and Squirtle. Like, I would much rather have Decidueye and Primarina and Rowlet over Blastoise and Charizard, and then Rowlet and Popplio over Squirtle and Charmander. But the only reason why Squirtle and Charmander are coming above Rowlet and Popplio is because the middle form is actually better than these 2. So yeah, Wartortle is a cool middle form, so it's better than these 2, and Charmeleon is a cool middle form, so it's better than these 2. And in terms of the Charmander versus Squirtle debate, I like Squirtle more than Charmander, and then I like Wartortle more than Charmeleon, and then I like Charizard more than Blastoise. So it's a really close push, but I'm gonna give the slight edge to Charmander, just based on opinion. And then the last 4, I think all 4 of these are incredible. So you have the Piplup line coming in 4th. Piplup is a cute baby form. Prinplup is a great middle form, and Empoleon is a great final form. I think all three lines of forms are amazing, and they're absolutely fantastic. Next up, we have Trico. Trico is sporting the second best middle stage with Grovyle. Trico itself is a good baby form. It's not amazing, but it's definitely like a good. It's definitely good. And Sceptile is pretty good, but not quite as good as Grovyle. And then these last two were really close, but for me, it's Chimchar. And Infernape is my favorite Pokemon. Chimchar is going to come in second here, because I do think Monferno is not as good as Frogadier. And Chimchar versus Froakie is really close. And then Greninja versus Infernape is also really good. Really close as well. But I'm going to give a slight edge to Froakie line here. I'm saying that Froakie line is the best starter line. And there you have it. That is my definitive Pokemon starter tier list. You guys already have, just for these guys, you guys saw my definitive best Pokemon game tier list. I'm actually been more actually like the starters, so this is pretty fun to talk about. I've had these tier lists in mind for a while. They were fun to talk about, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one later.